Isn't Minecraft supposed to be a peaceful game? What if there was a server that was anything but that? Because of one player who wanted everything for herself, and I have to take her down. You see, I joined this Minecraft server for the intent to use super awesome gems that grant you superpowers. This was known as the This SMP. There's 6 of them and they each have their own unique abilities. When I joined, I was granted the fire gem.
Oh, that's perfect!
Problem is that this server had something different about it underneath the surface. What I didn't realize was that there was something a lot more bittersweet. However, for now, all I can think about was making alliances. I didn't want to be a lone wolf, especially with people who have the power to make you levitate. But the only person online was a player by the name of Ember. She was really nice to me though, but she said something a little, well, concerning.
Conquer the world. I mean, what? That's sorry.
But for now, Ember arrived just a few short minutes after. She was insanely fast due to her speed gem, which, you know, makes you fast. It's mildly scary having a fully enchanted diamond player who can move really quickly, but I had no other choice to put my trust into her. However, on the way to her home base, she begins to explain to me something peculiar.
People have been betraying me left and right.
I mean, wasn't it a little weird that lots of people were betraying her? Like, it just didn't feel right. But before I could begin to think about that, a raid started at her village. I was severely under gear, but she was able to hook me up.
We're the pillagers!
Oh boy.
Watch out! Take the crossbow, man! I'll take the ravager!
Got it. Alright. Thank you. Let's go. The raid finally ended, and I managed to get out alive. Except another interesting occurrence happened again. A member on the server named Pookie sent me an interesting message, but Ember seemed to have an explanation.
Don't let him brainwash you.
I could already see that Ember and Pookie were definitely enemies. Something was brewing, and I didn't really know what was. But it seemed like Ember had my back in terms of basically everything, and gave me a word of caution.
Don't trust anybody.
Okay, listen, Ember was a nice person, but from the experience I had with her, something just felt off. I don't know if it was how she acted or what she said, but with a lack of information, I basically knew nothing of what was going on. So knowing Ember had a teammate by the name of Cyan, I called him up to get more intel. So who is on, like, our team? Like, I honestly don't know.
That is a very complicated question.
Okay.
OG2 is with us. Souls is with us. But here's the thing. Me and Souls and 2 are all moles in Uni.
And quick side thing, if you don't know what Uni is, it's basically one of the main server's enemies that will kill any player with a tier 2 gem. Speaking of that, the 6 gems on the server all start at the basic tier 1 state, but you can upgrade them using a special item to unlock better and more powerful abilities. So I headed into the nether to gather materials for a tier 2 gem. Cyan and I were still in the call at this time, and I also noticed something a bit interesting.
Like, I barely know who is on the team, so...
Not even he had a clear idea of who was actually on our team. Ember seemed to not want to reveal the full picture to anybody. Anyways, back to mining.
Hey, Souls.
Eventually, a lot of people started to join the call. I didn't really know most of them, but that wasn't important. Well, that is because Ember joined the call.
What do you mean? All my friends, and I was feeling very sad and lonely.
This was quite interesting. She was explaining how Uni was taking all of her friends.
OG Toot and Cyan betrayed me. They killed me.
Wait, didn't I just talk to Cyan like less than an hour ago? Wasn't he on Ember and I's side? Something wasn't quite making sense here. This is when it hit me. The one who was talking to Ember was Pukey, aka the enemy of Ember. He was explaining how Ember was basically Uni, but what could that mean?
You know, Uni is doing the same thing, trying to cause peace. We just do it simply by assassinating the Maldoers with a tier 2 gem. You're trying to take everybody's gems, good or not. And you run the potential risk somebody finds the gems or you yourself are corrupt.
So from that conversation, I learned 2 things. Pookie was the leader of Uni, confirming the suspicion of assassinating players with a tier 2 gem to bring peace. Ember, on the other hand, was similarly trying to create peace by taking people's gems. She wanted a new world, an oasis even, a sanctuary where nobody had powers. The question is, how does she take a gem that is bound to a player and how does she get rid of it, if at all? But now it was time to take a bit of a turn. See, what I didn't tell you is that I made a backup plan. Ember just seemed weird ever since the beginning, and I knew I couldn't join Uni. There had to be a middle ground, right?
Ember and Pookie have 2 opposing factions, both of which want to eliminate the use of gems. I am in this little tiny itsy bitsy resistance, which doesn't want either Ember or Pukey to win. We like our gems. That's like the entire point of this SMP. It'd be weird if we didn't have them.
Exactly.
So are you aware of when you lose all your hearts, you get banned from the server?
Oh, yeah, of course, bro. Classic LifeSteal, bro. I understand.
Classic. So the plan is to ban Ember. I'm aware that you don't really have a grudge against her because she helped you earlier. If you want to be on board with this, you're gonna have to totally like let go of your feelings of she gave me stuff at the beginning.
Oh, God.
Kind of gotta remove yourself from all things.
Okay. This was it. This was the so-called resistance of the server, but it meant that I had to betray the one who I trusted from the beginning. I had to become a double agent. The plan, as you heard, was to kill Ember, ban her off the server as she wanted to take everyone's gems and, you know, get rid of them. I didn't buy that for a second. With all that power, how could someone just throw it all away? But I knew Fubs gave me a good idea. If a fight were to go down, I needed to get a hefty amount of gear going, so grinding would be the best option from here. But Vubs wanted to execute the operation in less than like 3 days, so I knew I needed to get a move on. I started with some mining. Getting gold and diamonds would be critical to get some gear and even some golden apples. I also happened to find a mini deep dart. That may come in handy later. For now though, I did some trading with the villagers back at base, but I realized to make this whole process a lot quicker, I could get someone who I trusted to help out. Enter Pulsify, the guy who is in basically all my videos, and I was able to also get it to the server.
I got the strength one. That's so cool.
Dude, that's so good. Okay, are you at spawn? Are you at spawn?
No, I ran away from spawn.
Come back to spawn near the mud house. Okay, that's
no. Tell me your coordinates.
Bro, you're gonna have to walk like over 2,000 blocks. First step was actually getting him to the base. And yeah, he had a pretty good gem being the strength one. Basically, it gives permanent strength on your character and sharpness on swords and other weapons you have. Quite nice. But finally, we arrived. Okay, so let me check my e-chest. So if I look at his head, it says Cardi with an 18. It says heart mount 18. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically I found a head in a chest that was owned by a player named Cardi. I'm not sure where it came from or what it did, but it was intriguing. Every time you die, you lose a permanent heart and drop your skull. So if Cardi died, he dropped his skull. To gain more hearts, you can gamble for more hearts using the cycler item. If you right click on someone's skull, you swap hearts with them. Dude, he has 19 hearts right now. Okay, ready?
Yeah, do it.
Oh, it worked. I have 19. Okay, let's back up. So I just swapped hearts with Cardi. I took his 19 and now he has my 10. What I didn't realize is that Cardi was actually teamed with Ember, and if he took this the wrong way, he could easily tell Ember that I was betraying them. Ruining the entire double agent strategy with Vubs, I needed to play this off and play it off quickly. So that was the plan. Somehow get Pulse insanely stacked to protect him and of course me from Cardi. First though, we decided to loot the village as Cardi probably didn't want us in there anymore. And then we were off. This is really bad. You just joined and we already have like a freaking bounty. The plan was to find a great spot for a base for Pulse and I so we could grind in peace and get really good gear. And it wasn't long until I found the perfect place. While Pulse made the bob grinder, I worked on the base. Let's just say SMBs have made me a little paranoid, so I spent a lot of time making sure it was hidden and blended in with the caves. Finally, we were finished. Now the fun part, actually spending hours of your time grinding in a block game. Now that I had a lot of levels, I decided to start enchanting. But what did I do? I stole the enchanting room from Ember's village because, you know, it's fun and not as tedious as making your own. Then I got my gear ready. It was time. With no sign of Cardi, I decided to just meet with Vubs to discuss the game plan.
We'll have one team, trap team, second team, executioners.
Okay.
I'm just coming up with these names on the spot. So we have one team, Ember follows into a trap, dies, drops her head.
Quick thing here, when you die, you drop your head. When another person right clicks the head, you can swap hearts with them. So if Vubs can get down to really low hearts, he can swap them with Ember so that she can be banned a lot more easier and faster.
We're gonna have second team, execution team, who will be at her bed waiting for her and get her done. You know what I'm saying?
My trapping knowledge would definitely come into play here, so Vubs and I started to draft it in a test world. If you've seen my I used water to kill Minecraft players video, basically, well, I used water to kill Minecraft players. Crazy. Yeah, when you hit them, it will basically like almost create like this area kind of damage, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably best.
Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but it involves using a water elevator and throwing potions of harming at the top. The potions float, but when a player swims up the elevator, the potions break and hit the player, inflicting lots of damage, almost killing them instantly. So yeah, that's what we decided to test 4 months later. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'll give you credit.
It worked really well, but it was simple yet very effective. Ember would never see it coming. Now, I'll be fully honest. I was really out of the loop the next couple of days. With very little updates from Vubs regarding the trap, I didn't really know what was going on. It almost felt like he didn't really want me in on the operation. But maybe that's just me jumping the gun. It wasn't until almost 2 weeks later that Vubs told me everything was finally in place. I mean, I haven't even seen where the trap is, how he built it, let alone know if the trap even existed. But he told me that the only thing left to do now was to wait for Ember to get online. Except she wasn't really doing that. If you didn't know, I have a very disciplined sleep schedule, meaning I go to bed like at 9 p.m. and wake up around 5:30 in the morning. It was getting really late for me. Believe me, I tried to wait for as long as possible to execute the plan with Vubs, but I just couldn't. It was now up to Vubs and his posse. I had no other choice but to leave it all to them. I'm not going to regret this, aren't I?
I need glass bottles.
Quick side note, this is post-Tyrad here, by the way. Vubs never really made the trap at all. Like, I thought there was going to be like this cool cinematic trapping finale with some epic music and fun stuff, but you'll see what happens instead.
Guys, I see Ember. Oh!
Does she see? Are you visible?
Yeah. Do you think if I get a sneak attack on her, I can...
Look, our entire team is kind of dismantled. IDK is no longer at spawn.
Oh, Ember's gone.
So apparently they tried to sneak attack Ember, but then Ember saw Vubs while he was in Vez somehow and logged. And now we're here. Fortunately, she joined back.
Oh my god! She's right here! Oh, she just landed right beside me. Oh my! I just got exploded! I just got exploded, guys! I just got exploded, not gonna lie.
I think Ember sees me.
Oh no, she does! Oh no, she doesn't.
And now somehow Ember knew of the entire plan. Well, this went to absolute shit. But Vubs was an optimist, and he wasn't going to back down.
Should I just go for it? I feel like I could try.
Wait,
She sees me! She's attacking me!
Oops, don't die. I believe in you.
I can't say I'm surprised. Now, Vubs lost his head, and well, one of Ember's teammates, Toot, had it. This can't be good, but at least it's over, right?
Oh, G2 is above the old base, and I haven't changed my spawn point.
I'll meet you. Bubs,
I hear him digging.
What?
He doesn't know.
Shit,
Wait, oh shit, wait, is he stream sniping? Oh my god, he's right. I can't swim fast enough. I can't swim fast enough. No.
So yeah, if you didn't quite get what was going on, OG Toot, the guy who killed Vubs earlier, found his base and is most likely gonna kill him again. So why did I have to go to sleep that night? Crap, are they seriously gonna farm him off the server? You know, he could just break the bed and then respawn at spawn instead of where Toot and this T guy is. Could be a smart move, just saying, man.
Did you just perma die?
I am out of hearts.
Could have just stayed on the title screen
Bubs.
and just left and saved your life.
That went horribly. I honestly don't even know what to say. Not only did Ember not even get killed once, but Vubs got killed probably like 20 times and got banned off the server. The ironic part is that Vubs' whole plan was to ban Ember off the server, yet he was the one who received that treatment. I guess that makes for a poetic ending, doesn't it? Do I regret not helping Vubs that night? Yeah, but man, why didn't he just use the gosh dang trap? And here's another Tyrad video you may like. Subscribe.